we were having a good old chit chat before about the mandatory vaccination for frontline NHS people, weren't we? And we were saying, should they be forced to inoculate themselves? What do you think, Graham? You're very big on this.
Well, I think when there's an actual vaccine for it, then maybe, but there isn't one just so far, is there? There's a jab you can take that makes it slightly less severe if you catch it, but it doesn't stop you spreading it. So what's the difference?
Well, I think that what I was saying before, because you're an anti-vaxxer, aren't you? You're one of those. I want to say pricks, but I don't want to. You don't want the prick. No, I think people should be made. People should have their own choices. But my take is that I'm getting on a bit. I've got all sorts of things wrong with me, and if it wasn't for modern medicine, I probably wouldn't be here. So you'd have to listen to Graham more. But so I make a decision based on a global viewpoint that they've got these. In general, the National Health Service and the government behind that do try and keep us all healthy, well, and as young as we can possibly be and vibrant as we can be. And in general, we're still here. In general, we have nicer TVs to watch. In general, we're healthier, live longer. So why would I not take a vaccine that the government suggested that we take? And look at where we were last year and the year before. It was awful. And now we're society's sort of back to normal. I mean, there's been a few social changes, but we can go out and we can do what we want. So when we start inviting you to our events, we're having a Christmas party, so go to Ticketmaster and do register to come. But when we do this type of thing, at least we can do it without worrying that we're going to catch the virus. And even if we do, it's not as big a problem for us as it was a little while ago. What do you say?
No, well, it's not a suggestion, is it? If you're going to lose your job for not taking it, then the government isn't suggesting that you take the vaccine. It's forcing you to do it, and there's quite an important difference there. I think there's a very, very good. There's a lot of very good reasons to get it, especially if you're older or vulnerable. But I don't think the government should be forcing anyone to do it.
I remember when seatbelts came out and they're forcing everyone to wear seatbelts, and I was like, I am not going to wear a seatbelt because the government are telling me to. And now I look back and I think, how many lives have been saved, and how many, idiots driving like idiots.
All right, so we're destroying evolution, then, aren't we? If you're an idiot and you don't want to wear a seatbelt, then don't wear a seatbelt and
then
die.
You open and die.
But
that's the same with the vaccines, isn't it?
Well, yeah, good.
So,
but that's if it's really that bad, then let nature decide. We're at the moment we've got this government control in the sense.
You're like saying that people have got deformities, let them suffer.
No, I'm saying we're keeping idiots alive, and those idiots are having kids. We're destroying the bloodline, Stephen.
Well, you should be grateful for that. You should be grateful that's not what we're doing. We just, because you'd. Sorry, Graham, I shouldn't be rude to you. Because
how dare you?
Without you, this whole place would fall apart. No, another attitude, because we are a business show, is that you know what? If your customers are uncomfortable coming to your place, and you can prove to them that your place, your restaurant, your shop, your business is safer, and you do take steps to look after people, then from a business point of view, you go with what customers want. And if I was in hospital and I had people looking after me that were not inoculated by this horrible disease or any other, it would make me more uncomfortable. So I think sometimes you've got to put customers first. And anyway, why would I
agree with you. Like, hey, if you want to advertise the fact that you're all vaccinated, brilliant. I think
I'm going for my
do
booster and flu jab soon.
Yeah, and that's wonderful. And you do that. Put a sign above your door. I just don't think the government should be involved in any way whatsoever.
But the government involved in every aspect of your life, from your birth certificate to your.
That doesn't mean it's okay. That doesn't mean it's.
I think we live in a world of lesser of evils, don't we?
No, we're born into a shocking amount of control and nanny statism, and an invasion of our privacy, and it's just got to the point now where we don't even question it.
Graham, there's pictures of you half naked, plastered, drunk off your head, all over the internet.
Boris Johnson didn't force me to put them up there, though, did he?
Maybe you were nudged. Well, this business with the mandatory vaccination, I think that if something's a sensible thing to do and it protects society as a whole, I don't have a problem with the government interfering. In fact, looking at business sometimes, I've noticed a trend of those people who follow government guidelines, which are law, they develop better businesses. I think people trying to buck the trend and not doing what they're told and what they should do struggle more in the long run and for longer. I'm always advocating good bookkeeping is good business, and you might think, wow, how did he manage to twist having the COVID vaccine of NHS workers into a business plug? But it's true. I think sometimes if we don't do the right thing, we're forced to do the right thing, and we're better for it. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed that. If you want to carry on watching, we've got loads of videos all around us. But if you have more real world issues and something you'd like to talk about, do feel free to contact me. Just go to my website, stephenenglander.co.uk, fill in the form, tell me what it is roughly you want to talk about, and I'll be in touch. Thank you.